Motivation is overrated. You can't depend on motivation. It comes and it goes. It hits hard sometimes, and sometimes it's non existent. So you can't wholly rely on motivation in order to do something. So it comes down to a practice or discipline. This guy, Jocko Willink, who's like some army guy on Tim Ferriss's podcast, said to focus on discipline instead of motivation. And I've found that that works in my life too. When I write, I make an agreement with myself and set a timer for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or something like that every morning and write for that block of time. It's a commitment. It's an agreement with myself to do that. I don't rely on motivation. Some days I'm more motivated to do it. Some days I have zero motivation at all. But I sit down, set that timer, and do it regardless. And this applies to anything and everything in life. It applies to working out too. You need to make that commitment to work out a certain number of days per week, for example. If you just rely on being inspired or motivated to work out, you might only work out like once a month. So motivation comes and goes. It's unpredictable. It's like this fleeting muse that sometimes strikes us and sometimes not. So to do something consistently, you can't depend on motivation. You have to be disciplined. You have to have a system. You have to have a practice. It has to be at the point where whatever activity you want to partake in, it has to be just what you do. So I write every morning for this amount of time. That's what I do. I work out 5 days a week. That's what I do. If you want to hike a mountain, I hike once a week. That's what I do. I don't wait to be motivated to do it. It's my practice. It's my system. I discipline myself to do it. So that's the way we have to approach things. If you want to accomplish anything, or if you want to engage in any repeated activity, it has to be a commitment with yourself. You can't rely on inspiration and motivation because it will come and go. So take your power back, put the ball in your court, because you ultimately have the choice. You don't want to sit there and wait for motivation to hit you. You want to be proactive and tackle things on your own terms. All right? That's all I got for today. Peace, peace, much love, and one love, baby.